just unmuted you.
I don't see anybody on there yet.
Yeah, there's 4 people.
Oh, wow. Good morning. I guess the YouTube is getting loaded up right now. For all of you, oh. Hold on, guys, I just got a note. Okay, no worries.
There they come. Ron Haslam was the first one today.
Hey, Ron, how are you doing? Good morning. Let me see. Joe Jones, good morning. Mr. World Famous. Art Richardson's on. How you doing, Art? Shakira from Atlanta. James Jones. Joseph. Hey, George, how you doing, buddy?
Joseph. Bob couldn't say your last name, Joseph. You know who you are.
Yeah.
In Sacramento.
Dwayne's on. How you doing? Dwayne did a great job this last week. I want to tell you that.
Oh, Ron got another restaurant in Nashville this week. You guys in the Nashville, the menu team's been on fire doing these menus in Nashville. It's great.
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale's here. Woo woo. Hi, Walt. Good morning. Thank you for your nice note this morning. I don't usually get nice emails. They're usually complaining emails. So I was happy to get that from you, Walt. Oh, Joseph says, I love you guys. We love you too, Joseph.
He was trying to get in on Zoom, but it won't let him in.
Tell him we're in the morning sync.
Got a morning alert.
Yeah, I see.
We're trying to get Tony in. He's on the road. Hope everybody's had a good week. All that stuff. We got some updates to give you where we're at with a bunch of stuff. As soon as we see if we can get Tony in. If not, I'll get started here in a minute.
He's coming. He was going the wrong one.
Oh. User error.
There's no glitch. There's nothing broken.
Yeah.
I was just telling Bob before we got on here. There really isn't. I'm not saying that to be funny. There really is not a glitch in anything.
Yeah, we got a complaint, not a complaint, but also, somebody said a refer out. And one of the things you got to do is, you got to check when you have somebody that said they signed up. You got to go back and check that they actually signed up, because almost every time, like this morning, the guy couldn't see his referral in his genealogy, and
however,
yeah,
he showed something.
But he showed a notice on the person. Well, the person never completed the sign up, never even put their name in, just their phone number.
So let me explain something real quick about that.
Okay.
So originally we did not have that in there, you guys that have been around for a long time. And then what was happening was you guys were coming to support and saying, I know this person signed up. I swear I was sitting right next to them.
Yeah.
And so we were able to see on the back end, oh yeah, they did. They started, they put in their phone number, whatever, but they didn't finish. So in order for us to get rid of that, you having to contact us, we put it so it does have their, it has a weird email, you'll see it, you know what I'm talking about, and it has their phone number. So that way you can see, yes, they did start the sign up process, and then you're able to contact them and say, why didn't you finish? And the other thing we're adding, can I give a quick update with that? Sure. Because it goes along the line.
Yeah.
The other thing we're adding for you, because due to popular demand, it will also say if they're a driver and if they're in any portion of the sign up process, they're waiting for documents, they haven't paid their $1, it will say pending. So then that way you can go back to the driver and say, hey, what's going on? Why are you pending? You haven't paid your $1. You haven't updated your selfie, whatever it is. So you'll be able to do that without coming to support.
Yeah. So you just have to follow up. So let me start walking down the list of stuff that we've got accomplished and what we're doing over the next 3 or 4 days. The market tracker, if you go in your back office, click on market tracker, you'll see it's live now. It's been, we completely redid it and actually put all new software in. So it's actually connected, I think, to Google and our database.
Yeah.
So when it's all real time live. So if I signed up a driver and they went through the process immediately
And paid their
$1 and it'll show up in what market they're in immediately. So that we don't have to download anything. We don't have to do anything. It's just a constant update, pulls right out of the database. It's pretty slick. So check it out. There's a few little things we got to make some corrections on, but nothing major. But it's, so it shows a little icon of a blue car for the driver, and then a little storefront for the restaurants. So it's in your back office. So click on market tracker. Also, we should have the compensation plan. We revised that. Tony's been working on that diligently. We should have that loaded up here. There's Tony.
Hey, buddy.
Where the hell are you at? You look like you're in snow country.
I got stuck out a little bit. I'm not too far from home anymore, so I just stopped to do this and drop off Julie. I'll be on the road hopefully in another couple minutes and be home. It's chilly here. It's 2 degrees.
I don't want to make you guys feel bad, but it's going to be about 65 here today, which is not bad, but the sun's out. That's the main thing.
Right on. Yeah, that's
cool. So I'm just going through and updating everybody. The market tracker's up in the back office and it's fully functioning. I'm just getting into a bunch of other stuff. So jump in if you want to, or afterwards. The Canada market, all the software was done. We were ready to go, and we screwed up, and we didn't get into the sign up process for some reason. And the U.S. and Canada are different. They have postal codes, they have provinces. We did not have that in the sign up referral or the sign up document at all. So they had to go back and reprogram all that. That should be done Monday night sometime. So we should go live, I think, Tuesday, right? Amy's laughing at me when I say this stuff.
Well, because when they tell me Monday, I tell Bob Tuesday.
Yeah.
Just so we have a little cushion.
So anyway, it should be done Tuesday. All the other software is up and running. All of the conversion tables to Canadian dollars to kilometers on all of that's up. So there's nothing else to do. Just fix that and we're ready to go. One quick thing before you got on, Tony, was about the problem Ryan had this morning with his person.
Yep.
They never completed the sign up process. It looks like they just put their phone number in, but no name. And you get this weird email that we put in the system to alert you that something was wrong. And so people need to go back on the refer and earn when somebody says they signed up, and go check and see that they actually did sign up and go through the process. And just go to support. We've got great support in there right now. I think most of you probably that have issues have contacted Evelyn, which is great, or Remy, or Norma Marie, or the other people in support. They're there to help you. So go direct to them. Not that you can't hit Tony or myself up direct, but on some of these support issues, even we don't have the answers and we have to go to Evelyn or somebody else. So it just, it circumvents the time if you use the support.
They never have the answer.
Yeah. Yeah. Tony and I go, duh.
Exactly.
So one of the things we're adding to one of the features when you sign up, and all of you that want to use QR codes, you've been having to do them yourself. We're adding a feature that should be up by next week. It's an automatic QR code. So when you sign up and you go to refer and earn, you'll see an automatic QR code that's attached to your link. So you don't have to do anything but choose which way you want to send it out, whether it's on an email or whatever. So it'll go directly out. So you won't have to mess with that. It'll be automated. We are looking at trying to do some other automation for links. Some are a little more complicated than the QR code, but we'll let you know how that comes along. The e-wallet is all the front end's done. So we're just hooking up the last bit of the back end. Hope to have that up and running by the end of the week. Then we can start using that to pay everybody on.
Also, at that, though, they still have to set it up.
Oh yeah, you still have to go in and set up your e-wallet. You can do that now.
It's so easy. I did it in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But we did add, I don't know if Leonard's on here. We did add, there's an option if you don't have a voided check. I know it's 2020 and nobody uses checks anymore. So there is another option on there now to set up, I believe it's called push to card or something like that.
Push to card.
PTC, they call it. So if you haven't set that up yet, you should go ahead and do that. So as soon as the e-wallet's live, you'll be able to get paid on there.
Yeah. So let me give you an update on some of the market things that are happening. Obviously, we go to Canada right away. Koyat will get to work and his group up there. Ryan's up there. We're starting to reach into that market a little bit in Toronto. So we've got, between the Ghost Kitchens and the Caribbean Cafe or restaurants, we'll get those up and running in those markets right away. And you'll start chipping away at that market and getting more restaurants online with us. Nashville's doing a fairly good job right now getting more restaurants online, but we need to really increase that. One of the things we did this week, Amy is working with 4 or 5 very large social media foodies in Nashville. So she's got some with 10, 15, 20,000 followers. I think she had one with 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
So we're just getting those people on board. So as they start, now their focus will be on the consumer 100%. So we can, get into the consumer market. We're going to start testing a little bit of advertising in the Nashville market. Through social media.
Congratulate that restaurant. I think it's Rodney's. They did their coupon code.
Yeah. One of the restaurants went in and figured out how to do a coupon code. They did a $7 off. So there's a lot of little activities starting. Keep in mind that the restaurants, because we don't charge a percent, the restaurant may want to use their same pricing model that they use, the Grubhub or Uber Eats charges their customer. So that way that 25, 30% goes directly in their pocket. It's a great marketing strategy for us to talk about that with the restaurant owners because it puts a little more money in their pocket. So Nashville's come along. We still need to push hard. We need to get another 100 restaurants up. And then we start just hammering the market on real-time advertising. Had a good call. George is probably going to be happy about this. Had a good call with restaurant managers yesterday. They're running a little bit behind. They got a lot of stuff and integration they're doing separate of what we're doing. But they were feeling, they didn't want us to feel like, we're in the back of the line. He said, you're not. You're right there up front. We just got a limited amount of, just like us, they have a limited amount of, resources for programming. So he said, we're going to be delayed by about a week or 10 days. So I said, no worries, not at all. And I said, if we can help you, just let us know. So that's still on board, which means we need to get hustling on getting Orlando, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm Beach going as we start, a pre-launch mode, start to get restaurants identified in those markets and start reaching out to other drivers, restaurants in those markets and start getting that going. Tony and I will be addressing that probably on the next Saturday call on those markets as we get closer. But we need to do a way better job than we did and have been doing in Nashville to make it successful. We got to be able to open these markets within, 5-6 weeks. And but we had some other interesting phone calls yesterday. We have a group that was introduced to us by Ryan up in Canada about the Chicago market. So we're looking at that. We got a lot of markets we're looking at right now. So everything's moving along. We just got to kind of speed up the pace and get the intensity up. Want to give a big shout out to William Mathis, who did a terrific job. He was only planned to spend a week in Nashville. He spent almost 2 weeks there. Big shout out to him. JP is doing one unbelievable job. He rolled in there and started signing up restaurants immediately. He's got family down in South Florida, so he's migrated down there over the last, couple of days. He's going to start lighting up South Florida right away. And then Dwayne has just continually been our go-to guy in Nashville. Any issues, he jumps on it right away and gets after it. And as Scott and all the other guys that are in the market also in Nashville are doing a great job. But I just want to give a shout out to those guys. I want to give a shout out to Evelyn and Remy. Remy's heading up the menu load of all the products, and they're doing a great job getting that up and running. Evelyn's been just unbelievable. A lot of you guys, I'm sure, have talked with her. She is wicked smart and she gets stuff done. So I'm gonna turn it over to Tony. You still there, Tony? Oh, there he is. You got anything?
Yeah, I'm here. So, yeah, I mean, we're working on new markets. So Puget Sound is on the board here pretty soon. Olympia is kind of the test market, and we'll keep an eye on that. Obviously, West Palm. Anyone that's looking to get restaurants, bring on drivers in the West Palm area is not a bad place to target, along with obviously Nashville. So we're going to be, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, just so we can scale this thing. Once we get a few of these markets up and running, we've got the software and the ability to really open more cities in a day than anything I've ever seen. My delivery company, we opened 300 cities in 2.5 years. We could get to a point where we open 300 cities in a month with our system. So, we're getting closer and closer. Obviously, the bottom line is we've got a few markets we want to target and we want to focus on. And, anything you guys can do to help us do that, that's what we need to do. And then eventually we'll be able to tell folks that, hey, once you get X amount of restaurants, X amount of drivers, and X amount of downloads of the customer app, we'll turn your market on. And it'll depend on the size of the city. Some cities will require more restaurants than others, but some of the smaller areas you might be able to open within a day or two, once you hit our numbers.
Okay, thanks, Tony. One of the things we should have talked about, I forgot, is on the promo that we just announced for the end of the month. So go in your back office and what's the link? It's
just a tab. We added another tab that says promotion. Yeah,
so there's a promotions tab in the back office that has the information on the promo, and it's about stock options. If you haven't seen it, it'll last to the 28th of February. So it's an all-encompassing promo. It's got, if you sign up a driver, if you sign up a restaurant, if you sign up a marketer, if you just sign up yourself, you earn as a marketer, you earn stock options. So it's encompassing. It's pretty easy to get to some numbers there, but it'll get you, cranked up. Also, some of the people asked about the legacy. If I signed up 2, is that still free? And the answer is yes. So if you sign up 2, yours is free. And one of the questions I got just a few minutes ago on YouTube was on the QR code. What if I have my old QR code? Will that work? Of course it'll work. You already set it up. These are just going forward. People that are signing up or want to use it, haven't sent out a QR code. Once you're set up with your own, you just, replicate that and keep sending it out. So.
And then one more thing while we're on promotions, people still asking about the last promotion.
Yeah, last promotion. We should have stock option agreements, I would say, in the next couple of days. Monday's a holiday, so we're shooting to get them out Tuesday or Wednesday via email to everybody.
It will not be in your back office.
No, it's not going to be in your back office. You're actually going to get a document. It's a incentive stock option plan document. It's about an 8 or 9 page document. So you'll get that emailed to you, and that'll be a copy for yourself. So you have proof of option agreements. Let's take a couple questions, I guess, and then we'll wrap it up. We're getting through this pretty quick. Be nice to get out of here in 30 minutes.
Are we operational in Seattle, Washington?
We're operational in Seattle, Washington. We just brought on a guy named Ryan Lindstrom, who's just phenomenal. And he's going to start heading up that market in Puget Sound and that whole surrounding market. So yeah, we're open. We're open in every market in the U.S. And actually, once we're up in Canada, we'll be open in every market in Canada. You have to understand how our system's built. It's all geolocated. So it automatically, if you're in Canada, automatically sees where you are, and it says, oh, give them the Canadian sign up. If you're in the US, give them the US sign up. It's very sophisticated.
Kevin Steele's giving out his number. That's brave, Kevin, for people in Tucson.
Hey, Kevin.
To work together.
Yeah, I'd love you guys to get Tucson open. That's a great market. I think Tony's got somebody in Phoenix, not Phoenix itself, but one of the suburbs.
Mesa. They're in Mesa.
On Mesa, yeah. So that's a great market. So look, we just got to wake people up. We got a great business model, and it works. It's a no-brainer. We got to start delivering on the consumer side, but you can't go retail marketing on the consumer side if you don't have a business. So we got to get the business up and then blast the consumer, and they download and then they'll start using it.
What is the status of Verb?
I'll let Tony. It's pretty well there, I think, right, Tony? On Verb.
Say that again. Sorry.
What's the status of Verb?
Of which? What did you say you cut out?
Oh, the status of Verb.
So I've got another call with them this Monday. Now it's really up to our software team to just work on integration.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got plenty of content. We'll continue to add content, but that's pretty much done. So now I'm just waiting on our tech team.
Okay.
And their tech team.
As soon as we hear from our tech team on the integration time, we'll let you know.
George Graham, any opinion on the new PRO Act they're trying to pass?
I'm not a lawyer, so I saw the information. I read it. It's really strange how you could take a great business model, not just ours, but in general over the rideshare industry or delivery business, which is really a service that benefits people, and then you have the federal government or state governments intercede in the business model instead of letting the business model just work for itself. I personally don't think it's going to impact us because the way we're set up, we're so different than everybody else out there. But we'll see. You never know what the federal government will come up with next to tax people. I mean, it's all about them taking more money. So at the end of the day, the driver will lose no matter what the federal government tries to do. That's just me talking. But, I think from our perspective, we do everything. If you look at how skinny our margins are, there's no way that they could ever come in and say you're taking advantage of drivers when we pay out the kind of money we pay out. And not only that, the referral marketing program that we have that, pays people so a driver can make money, not just driving, but he can make money, bringing on other drivers or doing other kinds of things. So we're trying to put more money in everybody's pocket. So the answer is, I really don't know, but I don't think so. And it may not even pass, even though they're talking about, it passing. The big car guys, Uber Eats and all those guys spent over $200 million in California alone to defeat that. So I'm sure they're prepared to spend upwards of $500 million to defeat it again.
We will see a pending driver in the dashboard when they signed up.
Yes, when they sign up and it goes through, you'll see pending driver.
And that could mean?
Yeah, it could mean a number of things. They didn't finish signing up. It could mean they still owe some documents. It can mean a whole lot of things. It's just pending. But that's really a notice for you to get on the call and call that person back and say, hey, can I help you? What are the issues you're having? We have probably a dozen or 24 people in the queue right now that are drivers.
No, there's about 60 this week.
60?
Yeah. And what's happening is we write them back, our verification team. We email, we text, we send a push through the app. We send 3 different notifications and we tell them exactly what is wrong. You need to update your selfie, your license, whatever it is.
Insurance card.
And then all you have to do is open up the driver app and it will be right there for you to update. It's not like you have to do anything special. But for whatever reason, if people aren't updating it, it will show as pending. The problem is now people that are the referrer are saying, well, can you tell me why they're not? Well, we can't really give out that information.
Yeah, we can't give it out.
Right. So all we can tell you is they're not approved yet for whatever reason. Or if they haven't paid their $1, they're also show as pending. But then it's up to you. They're your people, right? So you contact them and say, hey, did you get that alert? If there's some reason they didn't get the alert, they could always email us. And they'll get right back to them and let them know what the problem is. But yeah, there's about 60 this week.
Wow.
So
there's only a half a dozen last week.
Yeah, a bunch of people in Nashville signing up as drivers and also Florida. But they're stuck in there.
So anybody that signed up, you need to go back and tell them to, call their driver and engage with them and help them get the information they need. But we cannot legally disclose anything to anybody. And it's set up that way from a legal standpoint. Like the people we use for the background search, there's a lot of stuff. They intercede between us and the driver on the background search, and they actually send a letter out if they're rejected for any reason. From a legal standpoint, it puts them in the driver's seat, meaning the service that we use to the background search. And like I said, it's all AI driven. They do a phenomenal job, and it's a good way to go.
And if all your stuff's good, you'll get accepted in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Or less. It's, that fast.
Yeah.
Walt Brown says, if I can do this, anyone can.
I feel the same way, Walt. When I signed up, I was totally shocked how easy it was to sign up as a driver.
Bruno says it's a matter of the drivers setting up their own company correctly. Yes, Bruno, this was the one that everybody in the company heard about your guy this week. Remember that was stuck in there?
Yeah.
And Bruno, you were insisting he didn't finish his documents. I still don't know if he did, but there's nothing we could do at that point. And I'll jump on the plane and go to their house and get their driver's license.
And trust me, you don't want that.
I don't understand how drivers make money. Who pays them? The money comes from the restaurant. How do we present this?
Okay, so have you gone out? Who asked that question?
I've never seen this person before, so be nice.
Yeah.
EduCam 21.
Okay, EduCam, does that mean
EDU?
EDU, does that mean education? I don't know.
I don't know.
So here's the thing. Whoever recruited you should have given you some background, directed you to a YouTube channel so you can see the trainings. And they're all listed. There must be, I don't know, 100 of them back there, maybe more. But there's tons. But just go back to the earliest dates and start perusing those, and it'll give you information. But fundamentally, who pays the driver is the customer. The driver is set up with their own merchant ID account. So the money flows from the customer to the driver. 100%. We define what 100% is. It's drive, wait time, time and distance, and the tip, 100%. So that never comes to us. It goes directly to the driver. Same thing with the restaurant. The restaurant gets their money from the customer and goes directly to the restaurant. We don't touch their money either. That's how the system works. And then the driver pays us a fee of either $39.99 a month or for being on our system, or $99.99 a month for being on our system. And you can go to the website and look it up. One's unlimited ride deliveries. The other is 75 deliveries for $39.99. So you got to spend a little time research, but go to My Trip Delivers. You'll see all the information there. And then tripdelivers.com is the marketplace where the restaurants are hosted and their menus. That's all up and running. It's all there. Right now, we only have one market up, is Nashville. But over the next, 60 days, we'll start opening these other markets up as we're starting to roll. Okay, let's take.
When did the promotion start?
Promotion started last
Tuesday
or Monday?
I think Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because some of you,
there was a few carryovers.
There were stragglers, right? So the last promotion didn't actually officially end until Monday, just so we made sure that everybody got in.
Yeah.
And then I believe this one would have started Tuesday.
Yeah, and it ends on the 28th of this month.
Yeah.
So get after it. There's plenty of incentives if you guys want to get some stock options.
Okay.
Hard work pays off. Just ask George Graham.
Paul says, this week, Tony will be going in depth on the compensation on our Tuesday marketers only meeting.
Yeah.
That's right.
Tony's got it wired, believe me.
Are we getting a 1-800 number of support for restaurants?
Are we
they
getting
have a
the
949 number. They call the restaurant support team.
Yeah.
They all have Remy's phone number.
Yeah.
They all talk to Remy as soon as they sign up, if they're in Nashville, to get their menus right away. If they're not in Nashville, they get a call from Evelyn. They schedule a call with Evelyn, and then she walks them through whenever we're going to be the opening. We're planning on opening. So they, right from the very beginning, they have Remy and Evelyn.
And the drivers can text us, right?
What do you mean?
through the app.
Text us.
Yeah. Can't they text us for information? I thought they could. I guess I'm wrong. Okay. All right, let's do one more question, then we can wrap it up.
Okay, Bruno said he did find out what was wrong with that. Driver. Ara says, can we see the referral driver app lock already so people can't edit the referral code? Aris, that's been like that for like a month.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. So when I'm glad you brought this up, Aris, because this was something I told everyone on training to talk about this until you guys are like, okay, we get it, whatever. When you refer, and you send your referral link or coming soon, your referral QR code from your app. They download the app and the referral code is embedded. Okay? But if I sign in and I sit down my phone and I go walk and go to the bathroom, I don't know how long it's embedded for. I go and let my dogs take them for a walk. I come back and the referral code's not still there. So it is locked when they go through your link or your code. This is the reason we are telling you, you also should share your referral code whenever you're saying your referral link. So just in case they time out, whatever the thing is, the referral code doesn't stay there for 10 years. We've already talked to programming about this. This is not something we can do to make it stay there.
Yeah, we don't
longer.
control that.
This is from the App Store. So the way it is set up, it is locked when they initially get it. But if they come back in 2 weeks and they open the app again, oh, now I'm going to sign up, it's not still going to be there.
Yeah.
So that's the reason you need to say, hey, make sure you put in my referral code so I get credit for you.
Yeah, and then you should just follow up.
Yeah. So it is locked, Aris. It's been locked for a month.
Yeah.
Or 2, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, anything, Tony, you got anything you want to?
Ready to go to work, Bob. Let's go earn some stock options, everybody. There's a ton of them on the table.
There's a number of comments about your beard growth. You must be sprinkling that something to make it grow that fast and that long. Everybody's like, God, is that guy growing a beard like so fast?
Heading up to Colorado, so you got to stay warm, right?
Yeah, he's going skiing up there in the cold country. So instead of wearing a ski mask, he wears a beard. All right, everybody, listen, great job. We got a lot to do over the next 4, 5, 6 weeks to get after it. Got a ton of stuff going on. So we'll get back to you on next Saturday. Thanks for everybody for joining. Check you later, man.